There we go. Hey everybody, hope you guys are all having a very good day today. A little sick here, so I'll make this stream a little bit shorter than normal, but I think we have some fun stuff to talk about. Looks like today has been all over the place, it looks like, based off of what we've seen from a couple earnings today. And, you know, what we've seen overall from this banking crisis that continues to kind of drag on here. But before we get started here, yeah, I see Loki's over here wants to say hi. But this stream is sponsored by Chart Prime. Make sure to go check them out in the link down below. They are great sponsors of the channel. I hope you guys check them out. Now, hey everybody, hope you guys are all doing okay. Bitcoin right now has been having a little bit of a rally over the last 15 minutes. Things are looking okay for today. If we kind of zoom out a little bit on the daily chart, we're looking more like we want to have an opportunity to at least test out this resistance one more time. Hopefully we can do that. But again, with all these earnings and crazy stuff going on, maybe better to kind of wait it out a little bit more. And hey Magic Man, hey Island Time, and hey Round Earth, hope you guys are all doing well. I'm going to be slurring a little bit today, guys. I am on a lot of cold medication. I have like this weird cold thing going on where like my throat hurts and my chest hurts, but I don't have like this sinus infection that I would normally have in this circumstance. So it's kind of just like a weird cold. But I'm hopped up on NyQuil, or another version of NyQuil, but some cough syrup stuff, and I've been drinking tea all day, so bear with me here. And hey Tony, what up my man? I'm doing okay. It's definitely been a wild ride today. Looking at the earnings kind of going all over the place, looking at the banking crisis kind of escalating here, where you're having short sellers go all over, like they are just attacking Western Bank. It's just absolutely crazy. Like if we go over here to Finviz very fast, everybody, you see right here Pac West, this is one of them. Pac West just dropped down another 50% today. From what I understand, their bank itself is kind of okay, but because of the short sellers, it may cause people to panic, and that panic may lead to people withdrawing their deposits, and then them not having enough money to cover those deposits. So things are kind of getting a little bit worse, especially after we just raised interest rates, of course. However, still, even today, it looked like the market was accepting what the Fed said yesterday. It wasn't great. It wasn't terrible. It was just kind of meh, maybe bad if you want to call it that. But I think the market is more afraid right now of not earnings going down and stuff like that, the fall in recession that I think we all kind of agree is going to happen now. But it seems like the market was kind of more worried about banks continuing to fail here. And we had more than a few banks going down. If I were to go off the largest losses for today, we had Pacific West, Pac West, whatever, Bank Corp down 50%, Western Alliance Bank Corporation down 40%, First Horizon Corporation down 33%, Affinity Bank shares down 14, 12, 12, 11, 10, 10, 10, 9, a bunch of 9s, 8, 7 at the bottom. So banks are not doing hot today, and I think that kind of spread to the overall market. If you go over here, check out Finviz, you can see everything pretty much went sideways for today, but we just opened up a tad bit lower than we normally would. That's basically all that happened today. A lot of sideways action. You saw Microsoft open up a little bit better. AMD managed to bounce a lot off of some good news that they're working with Microsoft to get ChatGPT and these new processors working together. That was interesting, but it just kind of shows you how wild this market has been to swing traders, because AMD, by any stretch of the imagination, was breaking down confidently. Now, all of a sudden, even though they had bad earnings, they're popping off like crazy. So this is just kind of a warning again. Be very, very careful for how long you guys want to swing trade. Apple, I would say, had more mixed earnings today, but I think the last time I checked on it, it was up like 1% or something. Maybe it went up more since then. Let me check this out. Let's go to the 5-minute chart. Yeah, it popped up a little bit more here, so it did move up a little bit more. Last time I checked it, it was like down here about. But since we closed, it's up about 2.33%. We'll see if that holds tomorrow. But it seems like Apple's doing okay at this moment in time. And you can see, which is kind of crazy here. Today, Apple went down just a little bit, of course, because of all the bad news that came out from the banks and stuff like that. But again, this is why I told myself not to trade that swing, because 1 day, 2 day, all of a sudden 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, you're way underwater. Now that we've broken down here, though, actually we didn't break down, maybe close. You know, you still don't take that trade because you didn't close down below it. More than happy to place puts. Now you can't do that because of earnings. But you know, who places puts and calls on earnings? It's a little bit more risky here. You can, but implied volatility usually gets you. But yeah, unless you hold for a while. But yeah, guys. So this has been a very, very weird day. Just kind of really weird. And hey, Round Earth, I see Bitcoin at 70K in July. What do you call? I hope such a thing can happen. I don't see it happening, but I would love to be more optimistic about it. That's for sure. At this point, the market's not really liking what's happening. Maybe I can go over here back to YouTube and go over to the Nasdaq. Nasdaq, excuse me, guys, got rejected. Dow Jones just got rejected, and hopefully we can try to stay strong. This is the weekly chart here. How the daily chart hold up? We broke down here as far as the Dow Jones, but maybe we can break out. Maybe we can try to get back above that because of the good earnings or okay earnings. And of course, we got the SPY. SPY got rejected as well. Hopefully, we have an opportunity to consolidate a little bit longer, have that reversal, then break out. That'd be a really good sign. That would push Bitcoin, of course, back up to the $30,000, $32,000, $33,000. But we're going to need to see some positive movement here. This has been interesting. If you look at the SPY at this point in time, you can just see this little bit of support right there, maybe a little bit of right there. But even that hasn't been the best at this point. So we want to see the market have a reversal tomorrow. Otherwise, you got the SPY, NASDAQ, and Dow. They're all going to be breaking down below those lows that we experienced a couple weeks ago, or about a week ago. One thing, though, if I go over here to the weekly chart, the NASDAQ right here is still positive for the year. The SPY is still positive for the year. The Dow Jones, though, that's been kind of dipping into some bearish territory. When did we open up right here? Yeah. So the Dow Jones is actually negative for the year, which is kind of weird, but, it was already popped up so long ago. You guys remember we initially had this breakout a while ago, and we've just been going sideways ever since then. Not being able to break out, though. We had talked about a little bit of a channel or something happening over here, a little bit more of a consolidation pattern. But at this point, we are seeing some things break down. Which is unfortunate because if we go back over here to the daily chart, we had been talking about some of these MACDs and these crossovers occurring. Hopefully, give it a week or so, we can have an opportunity to bounce back. We don't want to see more banks fail. That's probably the worst thing that could happen at this point because that fear right now is just spreading and spreading and spreading. But at least for Bitcoin, you saw, at least in the past 15 minutes, it has been popping up a little bit more here. There we go. And Halo World Scratcher, what do you think? Pepe Coin keeps going up too fast? I mean, if you want to hop on Pepe Coin, you just got to buy and hold. That's usually how coins like this work. You don't necessarily want to just try to time it. You usually kind of wait for some big bad move to happen where it drops a lot. And then you kind of just dollar cost averaging whatever amount you want to do every couple hours. And then it eventually will take off again if it's meant to, so to speak, like the pump is still there. And then you hold on, and then you hit your price target, whatever that price target is, and then you sell. Or you keep on holding until, you have a crazy price target. A lot of people have those crazy price targets. But right now, as far as Pepe is concerned, what's up 12% in the last, hour or so? This is a 15-minute chart. It's been grinding upwards for a while. Let's go over here to the daily chart. Yeah, it's still making moves. It looks like it reached fresh new highs here earlier today. I mean, what is this, an hour ago? I mean, less than an hour ago, it reached fresh new highs. So yeah, it's working out very well. And you can see right now it's taking a little bit of a dip. You can try to buy this dip, but usually what I'm looking for is something more substantial, like maybe this is a little bit more of a dip. And if I show you guys, it's very fast. From the high to the low down here, that's down 16%. That's a pretty nice dip. Excuse me. You can see a dip like this all the way down here. That's a 43% dip. Over here was a 43% dip again. That's usually what you're looking for. But at this point, this thing has just been going parabolic. You can try to trade some of these breakouts. For me, though, it's kind of when everything looks lost, then you can kind of have some fun with it. Then you can buy it technically. But for me, yeah, sorry guys, I'm used to just waiting a little bit more. You can see right now it's kind of dumping off a little bit. There's probably a lot of whales that bought into this that have been pumping it online. I think I keep on seeing Twitter people pump it. So you got to make sure you're selling when those Twitter people are also dumping on their shares. Because I've been hearing about a lot of rug pulls over the past few days where a lot of people have been loading up on small market cap tokens, and then within a couple hours, the coin has been rugged, and it's just damn, I feel bad for those people. And I think the Zach XBZT guy, I forget his name, but he's been exposing some of them over the past few days, but there has been a lot of rug pulls because everybody's hoping that they're going to find the next Pepe, the next Stonks, the next big token out there, and it's not so easy. I think even the main Wall Street Bets Reddit channel, I think they even had a meme coin, and I think one of their admins even rugged on everybody in there. So nothing is safe at this point, guys. It's just a wild time for these altcoins. Be very, very safe. I would assume that most new coins coming out right now are all opportunities to get rugged. I would not hop into anything unless you guys are okay with losing all of it. And so just so you guys know, it is a pretty risky time to be just going into any altcoin. I've just been hearing so many stories about people getting rugged. It's not something you guys want to experience because it can be bad. I've been in an altcoin before where it was rugged and I was just like, oh, well, shit, I lost $200. I mean, I wasn't too mad about it, but it was more of like, hey, I learned a lesson out of it. So be very, very careful how much money you'd want to dump into some of these low market cap coins. It was when I was experimenting on how to buy and do swaps and all that type of stuff. Bought some random token, didn't work out. The guy ended up being a scammer, I think, from Canada. I think he was arrested, but I didn't get my money back. But $200, what can you say? Be careful with it, okay? And hey, Little Cola, been having a good week with Pepsi calls, played earnings, and have been holding a few 616. Oh, that's good. 200 strike price, bought them for 30 cents. They're at 126 now. Ooh, Little Cola, that's a really good return on your investment right there. I know everybody that was trading AMD this morning was very, very happy. I know some of the people that are holding Apple calls, they may be happy tomorrow as long as the price stays upwards during pre-market tomorrow. But yeah, guys, we're still doing okay. There's not really anything crazy going on. Maybe over the last few minutes, we have seen Bitcoin pop up here. This is a 1 minute chart. We're seeing a short-term double top. Maybe we'll have a breakdown and we might come down a little bit. But not looking too terrible here. Let's go back over here very fast. Let's X out of this one. There we go. I have almost at a T. Alright, so I just want you guys to look at the last 7 days versus the last 60 days. Maybe I can even add on one more here. Customize. Let's get 90 days out of here. Let's put 30 days on there. And let's put 30 before 60 and 70. There we go. Oh, 7, excuse me. You guys can see over the last 7 days, Bitcoin's pretty much at unch, maybe down 1%. The last 30 days, Bitcoin's up 2.5%. Ethereum is about unch as well, down 0.75% last 7 days. XRP, same, about 0.6%. It is a little bit lower over the last 30 days, though, and I think that's why you've seen Bitcoin dominance continue to go up. Last 30 days, you see XRP's down 8%, ADA's down 1%, Dogecoin's down 17%, Matic is down 14%, Solana's up 4%, Polkadot is down 12%, Litecoin down 5%. And so you've been seeing a lot of the same stuff here. But over the last week, we haven't seen too much drama, I would say, in the market. We've seen Jerome Powell come out, give some talks. That seems to have stirred up the hornet's nest as far as the market. But he gave us kind of what we were expecting. We had another rate hike, and then we have the opportunity for another one. He still feels that inflation is more important than banks, and I agree with him, but at this point, he probably would be wise to stop and just kind of wait for the lagging effect to get in there, as more banks do, get sold, collapse, get taken over by regulators, whatever you want to say. There is a chance that this thing can spread, and fear will start to spread more and more and more because, people are just losing confidence. I would say it's as easy as that. People are losing confidence and their Bitcoin goes again, or it's trying to break out one more time. And people definitely do not, or we do not want people to lose confidence in the American banking system. It's just not something that'd be good. Peppercoin might catch up to Dogecoin. No. It's not the market for that. It's not going to get to the billions and billions of dollars range. I'd be very surprised if it did that. You can try if you want to, but usually those type of events happen in bull markets. I don't think we're in a bull market right now because I just don't see as many people having disposable income. There are tons of rich people that have disposable income, but all those small $5, $20 investments into Dogecoin, $100 investments into Dogecoin, those add up in a bull market. Or whenever the government's giving away free money, we don't necessarily have that. I think it can still go much higher, sure, but you got to be very careful about it. And right now you can see Bitcoin's taking a little bit of another leg up. Excuse me. I bought oil and energy stock dips. I'm hoping we go up. At this point, you do see that oil is at support levels, kind of around $70, $72. Hopefully we go up a little bit more from here. I do know PXD is rumored to be getting bought out by Exxon, but that's still a rumor at this point, so might be a little bit overinflated. And hey, Round Earth, yes, Bitcoin is going a little bit more vertical. And RDNT, let me see if I can find this one very fast. I'm assuming you're talking about the cryptocurrency here. It is following Bitcoin in the short term here. It depends on how you want to look at it, but it's pretty close to a breakout. In the shorter term, it did have a smaller breakout right there. You might be looking at a little bit more resistance right up here towards 42.5. But let me see if I can find this. This looks like a newer token. So usually when you're dealing with a newer token and maybe it has a smaller market cap, you usually just want to hold on and ride the wave, so to speak. But let me see what that next level of resistance is really going to be at. Yeah, we already hit it right there. We hit it right there. Looks like around 43.59, honestly. Then after that, maybe 45.67. Then up here to 48.84. If Bitcoin continues this nice rally that we've been seeing, yeah, you could expect this to really go back up to at least 45 cents. That'd be a pretty solid profit. I would be careful if you're looking at leverage. Now, this is the daily chart. The MACD really hasn't had time to set in at this point. But on the 4-hour chart, you probably had that crossover. Yeah, you had a crossover right there and a crossover right here. This crossover has not been the best, though, I guess, because, oh, it had a hard support level. That's why. Yeah, somebody was not letting this thing fall down below 36 cents. That's why you see this little bit of a dip right there, which is bearish, then it turned bullish again. I'd be careful, but usually, again, you are kind of breaking out right now. So maybe this is like just a 15-minute cup and handle cup. Small handle, then boom, breakout, happening pretty fast. But yeah, you can probably get this up to 45 cents or so. That's not such a bad thing here. Excuse me, guys. Like I said, I'm on a lot of cold medicine. I'm having a cold, but it's a weird cold where it kind of hurts my chest, but it's not COVID. It's just like I don't know. It's like a sore chest and a sore throat without the infection part of it. I never had it before. So like a cold, basically. Let's see. And hey, Daily Pizza, do you think oil falls SPY? No, oil right now is kind of following a little bit of the supply and demand of the market, and it's trying to figure out how bad the economy is going to get. One of the reasons that oil's been going down as of the last couple of days is because everybody is fearing more, a recession is more likely. And during a recession, oil tends to come down quite a bit. And then you do see people buying there only because they have a feeling, it's a small feeling, I guess you would say, but people are hoping that OPEC will cut oil rates again, or cut oil production again, and that'll lead to another big boom that we had a few weeks ago. If people feel more confident about the economy, you'll see people buying up more oil stocks and stuff like that. And also, summertime is coming up pretty soon. There's more demand because everybody wants to go driving, to go to the Yellowstone parks, go to the national parks, go to visit folks in Canada, Mexico, wherever, other states, right? We're a huge country. And then also, maybe if we're lucky, OPEC will cut rates again if you want oil to go back up, or cut production. That'll be a big boost to the oil prices, a really big boost. But again, they just did it. Are they going to do it again? That remains to be seen, because I think we're already close to breaking down below 70 again, but maybe tomorrow we can get back up there. Watch list. Yeah, we're at 68 right now. Excuse me. Yeah, we had to dip all the way back down to 63. My gosh. Having a MACD crossover on the good side here, that's not too bad. And you're really just hoping we can get back above $70, $71. That would give the oil stocks a good 3-4% boost, but it would have to happen sometime tomorrow if you really want to see that big boost there. But you can see right there, we're at a similar support level that we were at before. Here's the daily chart, excuse me. Support did make a fresh new low, but again, we reached back up here, hit resistance, got rejected, and this move over here was caused by OPEC cutting production. We've been down here for before. This is a big support level. Hopefully oil can hold, because if it doesn't, oil is going to be crashing back down to the 50s or so, and then the oil stocks will probably come down another 10-15% from where they are now. If you go and look at a bunch of oil stocks right now, they are all over the place. So this is ZOM, weekly chart. Let's auto this bad boy. Let's close this. Let's close this. There you go. You can see this weekly chart has not been good for oil. You got Schlumberger coming down a little bit more. PXD, something I own quite a bit of. Relative wise, it's just kind of more sideways. This is back to where it was in 2018 or so. had a breakout. It went up for like a few days, came crashing back down with oil prices. PNC down, PM. Oh, this is Philip Morris. That's not what we call. Oxy over here, petroleum coming down bit by bit. So you're kind of in a mixed bag. Oil is pretty much trading in a range, and you gotta hope that this trading range continues, because this is going to be a decent opportunity for you to buy oil stocks if you want to take that chance, or opportunities for you to buy stuff that amounts to like natural gas stocks as well. There you go. And luckily for us, Bitcoin's still trying to make a move higher here. There we go. See, do I think the crypto energy is bad? Just wait till you experience California winter. Drink lemon water every morning, Michael. Keep telling you, sir, you're sick way too much. What do you call, I don't get sick that often. Normally I don't get sick too often. This is a weird sickness. I've never had it before. But normally I just, I take my vitamins. I drink tea every day, and the tea usually has lemon juice in it. And, what do you call it? Whatever you call it. I don't know. I get sick because I hang out with my sister too much, and my sister's in elementary school, and that's what gets me sick. But tomorrow I'm going to my sister's concert, her choir concert, I believe, at 6:30. So I will be streaming later, and we'll be going over crypto and cyberpunk, I think it is. And we'll see how that works out. And then I'll be grabbing some wine or something to drink with you guys. Maybe some scotch or something. Probably wine. I can drink more wine. Scotch is a sipping thing, I would say. But yeah, so we'll probably do that for some fun. It'll be the first time we do like a cyberpunk type of night. And we'll see how it goes, frankly. If people like it, they chill. I'm okay with talking crypto and Bitcoin while playing cyberpunk and answering any generic questions you guys have. And then, yeah, it doesn't matter to me. I'll get your money out then. Hey, just wait for the rebound. Watch to see how the rebound comes up. You are buying oil stocks while oil is at a big level of support. If that support holds, you should be fine. It's just you got to be cautious of what's going on in the macro environment, because everybody's freaking out about banks and the recessions and yada yada yada. But we've been here before, just a couple weeks ago. And then OPEC cut prices, cut production, and we popped back up. You want to see oil crash so we can see 99 cents a gallon again? I don't know how long it's been since I've seen oil at 99 cents. I think it was in the 90s. The last time I think I saw oil at 99 cents. Maybe the early 2000s or something like that, when we used to pump a lot of oil. Now the oil corporation's a little too greedy here. I don't get sick because I isolate myself in real life. I go out and I've been shaking a lot of hands as of late. I usually go to a lot of meetups, greetings. If I wasn't going to my sister's concert tomorrow to hear her sing, I would be at a Cinco de Mayo party. So I've been going out a lot more, even like to try to force myself to go out a lot more. It does come with being sick a little bit more. I think because I haven't been exposed to all the new colds and stuff for the year. Basically my immune system hasn't been built up because I have been isolating myself too much. Kids carry cooties, get well soon. Yeah, dude, it freaking sucks. But I see my sister almost every day. I went to that Stewart's Meat place again today. I got myself some beef short ribs, and I got myself, they're like, they're what do you want to call it? They're marinated in like teriyaki sauce and stuff like that. They are absolutely delicious. But I got my sister some jalapeno cheese brats. I got my mom some chorizo brats, so they can have some food, some good food. And then I got some baby back ribs, so I'm gonna have them eat tomorrow. So it'll be pretty fun. Sounds like fun. I'll be there. What do you call? There was a lot of good parties going on this weekend for Cinco de Mayo, especially since it falls on a Friday. Cinco de Mayo falling on a Friday is a very, very rare thing. I would go to both, but my sister's school is in a place called University Place, and where the party is in downtown Seattle. It's a little bit of a nicer, one in a building. We have to have the door access codes, go through security and stuff like that. I don't want to do both in one night. It would just be too much of a hassle, especially for how long these concerts can go. So I'm just going to chill with my sister, my mom, make some ribs, get some barbecue sauce, potato salad, rolls, and then, chill out. And then, probably go to sleep. Because I know I've been still exercising even though I've been sick, which has been kind of annoying, but Mostly just going on some walks and doing that good old daily yoga. Grab some ibuprofen immune or IPF immune. I don't know what that is, but I did take a lot of like a NyQuil version medicine, and I did just take some cold pills, and I have been drinking tea. So I'm actually a little bit like not dizzy, but I am tired right now because of all the nighttime medication I've been taking. But it's not like a cold I've had before. Normally when I have a cold, I can't breathe through my nose. I'm stuffy. I might have some phlegm in my throat. There's like no phlegm, a small cough, and nothing happening in my nose, as far as I think. But I need to keep on drinking my tea. Pepe almost 1 billion market cap. Can you look at coin market cap? How much Pepe coin go up in the last 30 days? It's been going up quite a bit. I mean, I think Pepe coin's one of the trending coins. There's Pope coin. Trending. Let's see over here. Pepe. This is not one of the trending coins according to them, but I know it's been all over Twitter, so I know it's actually trending. There we go, Pepe. So it's up to 900 million market cap right now. It's at 0.000000214. It's up 93% last 24 hours on this one right alone. And it looks like the way you got to excuse me. Now that of course I'm talking a lot now, it started to hit me. It looks like if you just hold on to this bad boy, that's really what it comes down to. How much do you want to hold to? But I honestly don't know how much further this thing wants to go. You could always buy more, but, you know, it's a lot easier to buy this thing at a $50 million market cap, a $400 million market cap, than trying to buy around $1 billion and hoping it goes from $1 billion to $2 billion so you can get 100% out of it. So play it safe, a small amount of money, see how everything works out, but, you know, take it easy. Because I think, let me see. Let me move my head over here so you guys can see what's going on. Do they have it over here? No, Pepe is not on the futures chart over here. It might be on the spot market though. Let me see. Oh, I guess I can move my head over here. Bitcoin, where's search? Okay, yeah. 24-hour change, or maybe just type this in. Pepe. No, so Fairness doesn't have Pepe, but I think they have the Stonks one or something. No, I don't even know. It might be on Bitget or something like that. They bet their coins a lot because of they have to prove Fairdesk is like adhering to all these regulations that have been kind of being put in place, like, hey, try to do this if you want to stay in our market, so we don't have to like send a not a warrant, but like a lawsuit against you basically. So they've had to put out all this stuff like their what's it called when you guys have their proof of reserves? They've I don't know what's that now, but yeah, they basically had to put out their proof. Oh, they're right there now available. They pretty much put out their proof of reserves, how much Bitcoin they have, how much USDT they have, how much USDC they have, all that type of stuff. Whether it's 200% of it, 400% of it, whatever. They've had to show all of that stuff so everybody knows how much money they can keep in there and stuff like that. But I mean, I kind of like that. I like being able to know that my exchange has proof of reserves. I think Bitget's been doing it as well. I think Binance probably did it. I think they have. Because, you know, there's so many different ways that people are trading right now. You got, there's the copy trading right here. I'm somewhere. Yeah, I'm right there. Yay. I have a 83% 3-week win rate, excuse me. Not as good as I want to, but, it's okay. I've made $305, but my followers have made $983, so that's pretty chill. But you got, I guess, follower profit. Saga's up here with 3,000. Trade with Ronaldo 2,700. SAA Crypto down 1,600. SAA Crypto 1,594. Expert Student Class 1,250. Trade with Ronaldo 2. Blood Analytics up $300 or so, but he's only at 40% profit. Alpha Algo's up $115, so that's not bad. So yeah, you know, things are looking pretty good right now. And, Bitcoin's coming down a little bit, guys. But taking the baby steps here. Taking the baby steps. I bought 100 Pepe $1. That's usually the good amount to buy when you're having fun here. If you want to go more, you usually want to buy it when it's a very low market cap. But like, I think in order to get in on these types of coins before they really go parabolic, you have to be really tuned in to what's going on Twitter. Twitter and Telegram are usually where these things start, and then you have to be lucky enough to see it go parabolic, right? So, you know, it's like every 1 in 500, every 1 in 1,000 tokens is doing what Pepe is doing right now. I wish it was happening in a bull market. I would be so much more excited about it. But usually, if you guys want to find these types of tokens when they're first launching off, you do want to buy them when you start hearing about them off of Twitter and TikTok. But again, that they're still extremely hard to time and buy them, because most coins don't succeed. At the end of the day, you do have to be a little bit lucky here. You just have to have some luck here, and you have to hope that that token is on one of the exchanges you have. So if I go over here to Pepe, let's scroll down. Let's see all the markets here. So we got all the Uniswaps here. Let me move my microphone over here for us. But we got Dodo, we got OKX, Gate.io, Huobi, Polynex, BitGet, Mexi, CoinX, LawBank. I don't even, is this not on Binance? Binance, Pinex. Yeah, it's not even on Binance. But at the same time, guys, honestly, what exchange is going to buy a whole bunch of Pepe, knowing that it's probably going to crash over the next week or so, and then they're going to take a massive loss on that buying opportunity, right? And most people that trade Pepe will probably trade it with spot trading, so there's not going to be as much commissions on it, unlike the futures markets or the margin markets. There might be margin traders trading this, though, which can be pretty expensive, I would assume. Like, very expensive to trade Pepe with margin, because it's so high risk. And hey, Nico, what do I think about what happened in Russia? I think we are close to war in the Pacific than we are with Russia. I don't know if Ukraine really did it or not. I just know that we're... Like right now, Ukraine is like a pawn of the United States, and we're kind of just draining Russia's resources. And like, we're doing a good job of draining all the resources, that's for sure. However, you know, we're getting more and more into these dangerous waters where we're looking more at World War III. You know, I don't think Russia's in any place to actually invade Western Europe, to be frank. I do think at the end of the day, Russia will probably win this war. And that's only because I don't think American support will keep on forever and European support will keep on forever. Because right now, Europe isn't allowed to buy Russian oil. So the Russians are selling it to the Indians, like, you know, from India. And then India is selling it over to Europe. And they're just bypassing it at this point. And then on top of that, we see that United States over here, we're getting pretty ticked off about how much money we're sending over there. And I'm in that camp, actually, because I just feel like we already don't have enough money. We're already in massive debt as a country, and yet we're just tossing money into like a war type environment, and it's just not something that I kind of believe in. And so it's just like, you know, we're in this weird spot. I don't know exactly how it ends, but I don't think it ends peacefully, I guess. But that being said, I don't think like America goes to war with Russia at the end of the day. I'm hoping that, you know, Russia just slowly takes ground, and then eventually Ukraine is taken over, then there's some type of agreement or something, and then Putin has to wait like another 50 years or some shit before, like after he dies is the next time Russia will do something stupid like this again. But, you know, yeah, it's a weird thing. I don't know how much longer American spirit, whatever you want to call it, will be in support of the Ukrainians. Most black people I don't know, I do know, don't like Ukraine or don't like Ukrainians, because we know a lot of them are racist towards black people. So like the like, hey, we're fighting for democracy and freedom, it's not really like our hearts aren't in it. Like how a lot of Germans are racist towards Turks. You know, it's that weird thing where like, I don't really like you. But you know, as far as China, I think China is a far larger threat than Russia. Russia at this point is very, very weak in my opinion as far as how I view it in the world versus Europe or America, stuff like that. I don't see Russia having very capable commanders and things of that nature. China, on the other hand, I think they're very capable. I think they have a lot of people to kind of throw at us in terms of manpower. I do believe, though, our Navy is like much superior to China, so hopefully that would help us out if we have any battles. And we've pretty much just been encircling them as far as having military bases all throughout, you know, South Korea, Japan, the Philippines, Guam, I think even now going into the South China Sea. So, you know, there's probably going to be something going on, but my fear is that more if we go to war with China, the economic part of it is just going to be a freaking disaster. I don't, you know, I mean, I guess most people kind of understand this now. Most people understand how much shit we get from China. It is a lot of stuff we get from China. If you've ever walked into a dollar store, I'm pretty sure like a 99.9% of everything in a dollar store comes from China. And that's because they can make it for so cheap. And then basically, we're kind of moving from China over to India, but India likes China more than they like us. And so I'm just like, I don't know. We're kind of spinning ourselves in knots here or whatever. But we'll see. In the short term, though, I don't see much chaos coming from it unless, Putin gets really upset and launches a nuke or something. And if Putin launches a nuke, I don't think we go into World War III, but I do think people start to maybe cool off a little bit. I was like, whoa, we need to stop this. Because maybe there's a poll on it or something. I don't know how many Americans want to go to war for Ukraine. Maybe it's much more than I think, but I just don't assume there's a lot of people out there that believe that. Support them, yes, but like have American troops die on the battlefield for Ukraine? I don't know. And I don't really feel like it's in America's best interest, but there's a lot of money to be made during a war, everybody. So there's there's that to be said. See, and hey, Walter, yeah, yesterday I just had a bad week because of all those ricochets. It was freaking terrible. Normally when I start trading, I'm okay with it, but yeah, it was, oh god, last week it freaking annoyed the shit out of me. People getting rich on Pepe coin. The hard part is when you cash it, since they don't have any major exchange. I mean, you move them over to plenty of exchanges over there. There's plenty of them that you can move your money over to. BitGet's a fairly big exchange. MEXC's fine. CoinX is fine. Polynex fine. And what you would most likely do, to be frank, is you would split it up and give it to all these exchanges and start selling off slowly. And then you just take it and kind of run to the bank. It looks like the majority of volume right now is on OKX. I see 32%. So that's probably going to have the most liquidity for you to be able to actually start selling some of it off. So that's what I'd be looking at now. A little bit on Gate.io, Huobi, Polynex, BitGet. Only a small amount. Maybe you'd have some opportunities there, but you want to make sure that there's actually people there to buy up the token for you. But usually if you have a limit order or something like that and the price goes above it, the computer will automatically buy it off of you because the exchange still needs to keep up with current prices. So it might take a few seconds, because I've done that before as I might toss like $5,000, $10,000 into a token and kind of watch it right up on another exchange. But because I'm on BitGet or Fairdesk, basically I have that limit order. It takes like 10 seconds and it's like lagging everything else because it's trying to fill the orders there and not have to pay me more. It's just fine because I'm a mini whale. I'm made by profit, but still, you'll see it take a little bit longer. But every exchange is obviously a little bit different. Dogecoin adds coin every year. That's the only thing I don't like. It is very inflationary. That is true. The one thing we have to have hope for is Elon Musk doing something with the token. And hey, Jonathan, happy to see you back, man. My man, let me know if you have any questions right now. Excuse me. And I'm a little bit sick, to be frank, but I'm holding in there okay. Mike, why do you think Coinbase is choosing not to honor the Gala upgrade? I don't know. I haven't heard a lot about it as far as like why it's going on. But I have heard some rumors about Gala versus Coinbase. I honestly have no idea. Maybe it's because of what's going on with this current lawsuit when it comes to the SEC. Maybe that's it. But honestly, I have no idea what's going on with that one. And hey, Knucklebuster, I didn't play Pepe when it was down 25% the other day when we talked about it. Did you see where it is today? It's up a lot. It's a very high risk token. Not all tokens keep on going up like that. Some do, but not all of them. You kind of just have to have some conviction and take it, but usually it doesn't work out. So in hindsight, it's always a good thing. Like the other one that we've been watching besides Pepe token was Stonks. Stonks is down quite a bit since the last few days. Here, let's go to the 4-hour chart. It was down. Wait, there's no percentage here. It's not giving me a percentage. Well, I'm assuming it's quite a bit here. I guess. Yeah, I don't. It's not giving me a percentage. I guess because there's probably too many zeros or something like that. But so far, it's down 11% in just this last couple hours. So you can imagine this as being something like 30, 40% maybe, perhaps, like from here to here. You could dollar cost average into this and see where it goes later on. But for this one, this is on BitGet, so I'm assuming it's brand new to BitGet, like the second week. You can go over here to Stonks. There you go. Oh, the market cap on here isn't even being registered, so it must be a very, very small market cap. This is the right one. Stocks, yeah, a whole bunch of zeros in it. And so you got a month. You can see over the last month, it's kind of new. It's been doing okay. It had a little bit of a rally, got positive here 1 year. Same thing. Okay, yeah. So this might be something, something you might want to get into. Small market cap, buy and hold on. It seems like it's on BitGet. I don't know how much money I have on BitGet right now because I just emptied out my spot account. Let me see. No, I don't have any money on BitGet because I just took it out. I probably have $100, but it's in a margin account. I'll buy some of this tomorrow to see what happens. But it might be just like $20, $10, and I'll see where it goes. But you know, find something that has a low market cap, and I wish exchanges had a way to sort for market caps. I think it would help it out a lot. And hey, Jonathan, thank you very much for giving out another 5 memberships. I really do appreciate it. Sorry, I just saw it because the little ping in my ear, but I really do appreciate it. And dude, Fat Budo, welcome back. Ruben, welcome back. Alex and Axel and Alex, excuse me, guys, welcome back. And hey, Level, appreciate you guys as well. And hey, Jonathan, thank you very, very much, man. Let me know if you have any questions whatsoever. I'd be happy to answer them. Putin will not launch that. Yeah, I doubt Putin would launch a nuclear weapon, but if he's provoked enough, I think he would absolutely do so. And I'm not talking about some, movie version of a nuke or something like that. It just might be a tactical nuke that takes out a couple miles, maybe. I'm not entirely sure how nukes work these days, but I know there's different sizes of nukes. I don't think it'd be the big baddie of them all because of radiation, but I do think a tactical nuke should just kind of wreck a battlefield. I think he's on above doing that, so to speak. But these new meme coins have trillion of supply and even 4 trillion supply. Dogecoin wasn't bad enough compared to the new meme coins have trillion and quadruple trillion supply. Yeah, remember how we talked about this a while ago, how a great opportunity to find coins that can go parabolic is to find a coin that has a low market cap, that has a high memeability rating, and then also is below a penny. Well, that part of below a penny is psychological, and it really makes it easier for people to actually, how do I say this, believe that the coin can go to a penny, a nickel, a dime, a dollar. That's what makes people buy it, because, oh my God, if it just goes to $1, like if you own a trillion of whatever these tokens are and it hits $1, you're a trillionaire. And people don't understand that it's never going to happen, but they want to believe that it will happen. They want to believe. And, again, it goes back to Dogecoin. I told you guys long before Dogecoin peaked at around 70 cents, 75 cents, that I had a plan. And I got a lot of hate for it, but I says, hey, I'm going to start selling off 50% of my Dogecoin at 50 cents. Then another 10% at 60, another 10% at 70, another 10% at 80, 90. Then eventually I'm going to be kind of all gone when it's at $1, and maybe I'll have a little bit left over to kind of enjoy the last bit of the run. However, we never got to $1. But you remember, the dollar was always the hope. Heck, before I even got into Dogecoin, or before Dogecoin even started pumping, $1 was the hope. It was like $1 was the hope, then it was a penny, then it was 10 cents, and it was 50 cents. You never know how high these things are going to go. It really depends on how you view the market and how you view your risk. Some people bought Dogecoin really low, like me, at 0.0024. Other people bought Dogecoin at 5 cents. Other people bought Dogecoin at 20 cents, 50 cents, 75 cents, So they all had different expectations of how high Dogecoin could go. Unfortunately, during the SNL episode, shorts attacked hard and Dogecoin just plummeted. And it hasn't been back up there since. Now, I think it can go back up there eventually, but it is going to take a while, only because I feel like we're heading for a recession at this point. And hey, Jonathan, I appreciate it a lot. Let me know if you have any questions on stocks. I think you already told you guys. You were already here when I told you guys. But in case you guys weren't here at the beginning of the stream, 2 things. This stream is sponsored by Chart Prime. Go check them out. I have a link down below. But tomorrow and Saturday, I'm going to try out something fun for you guys, where we talk about crypto, and I'm going to play Cyberpunk. Now, I'm not that good at Cyberpunk, but I've been enjoying playing it, and I'm getting better. I'm playing as a net runner right now with a couple guns, but I hate how I don't have enough ammo for everything. Even though I buy enough, it just kind of goes fast. But I will be playing some video games for you guys and just chilling out, relaxing. And then if you guys have any questions on cryptocurrency, stocks, and stuff like that, we can chill and talk about it. The only thing is tomorrow it'll be a later stream because I do have my sister's concert That starts at 6:30. That may end at 9 o'clock. That may end at 8:30. I honestly have no idea. But support the family, right? So when I get back, I'll just go live and we'll talk about Bitcoin for half an hour, the charts for half an hour, and then we'll play Cyberpunk. And I got my PlayStation controller right. Oh, I can't. My duster's on top of it. There we go. Got my controller right there, and then we'll play some of the good stuff here. Hopefully, it's just not too violent for some of y'all, but I think it'll be good. Exactly. Lots of people want to get rich fast, and they get caught in daily dumps instead of daily pumpers. Yeah, I mean that's what I like about the stock market. But even the stock market has been just a brutal year for me. Like I guess I'm still up quite a bit as far as the stock market. But look at this. I did this for the members earlier this week, and I was saying, hey, don't swing the breakout, only day trade, and the day trades weren't even that great. More than happy to place puts, but we technically didn't even break down here. It's sort of weird. Well, and also you don't trade through earnings, or hold through earnings if you're like me. Yeah, I did some cons, divergences, whatever, all this other stuff. But let me look at this. Let's go to the 4-hour chart. Look at that pitiful breakout. Breakout, sideways, dumped, up, dumped, because we just had so much news going on. Now, we did have a move right here, and so we are moving up a little bit higher, which is nice, but that was through earnings. I normally don't want to take the risk as far as earnings are concerned, but everything else, like even Tesla here, it broke down a little bit more here. It's kind of found a little bit of a steady location, but I'm hoping that we can hold and have some type of reversal back up to 186. This is kind of my golden child right now, which I'm trying to see. Like, please let this work. But it has not had a robust upward move following all this kind of carnage we've seen over the last few weeks. Definitely not at all. And you do see the MACD about to cross over here in a bearish move. Please, Tesla, do not crash. That caused a whole bunch of CNBC making fun of Elon Musk. However, on the daily chart, we're about to have a breakout here. So that may happen sometime Friday, maybe Monday. If we have a robust day tomorrow, it happens tomorrow. If we have a robust day Monday, it'll happen on Monday. So that might be a good sign to buy some Tesla calls for 170 or so. But Tesla calls are always so freaking expensive. The caveat being still that one dude that bought like $1 million worth of VIX calls, that guy still has that trade, I believe, and he's still hoping within the next 40 days now that we're gonna rip up on the ups and he's gonna make a bunch of money. I hope he's wrong, but at the same time, I would love to see him be right, because that's a lot of money that guy'd be making right there. Pepe 10 cents. There you go, right? Everybody wants to see Pepe go to something. You got it right there, Delilah. Am I getting Diablo 4? No, I don't play Diablo too much. Most of the games that I play, I would say, are much more boring. I'll show them to you guys for just a second. Got Cyberpunk up here. Last time I played it was May 2nd. I haven't had a chance to play it in the last few days because I've been a little bit sick. But, you know, I got Crusader Kings, Kingdoms and Castles. I haven't played it in a while. Mountain Blade Bannerlord, I like that game. But this, I mean, like this and Cyberpunk, they push my Sid Meier's Civilization, and that's about it. But they push my computer to the limit. Cyberpunk is my GPU is maxed out at like 99%. It's really up there, so I might have to dial back down some of the graphics for tomorrow's stream and make it more HD looking, because it really pushes the GPU. And I have a 3080, I believe, 3080. So my GPU is not bad, but it's a lot of horsepower that the Cyberpunk needs. And Knucklebuster Wojak. I have not checked out Wojak. Let me check it out very fast. This one's at $61 million market cap. Oh, this is it looks like a nice meme card. Oh, whoa, it's up 55% too. What is it? Let's see. Join the Wojak meme revolution. Chart website. There you go, website. News by token. Welcome to the dawn of the Wojak token, an innovative and exciting digital asset inspired by the famous Wojak meme. Approved by Pepe's meme meter. Terms of use. High risk, yeah. No investment advice. Age restriction. 20 years old. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. I didn't know they can have age limits for tokens. Twitter. Liquidity locked until the year 2100. Oh, gee, that's a while away. And they're posting a good amount. They're ready for their coin to rip. That's what's happening. Wojak Street Boys. Oh geez, I listened to some Backstreet Boys in the car today on the way back from the meat market. Let's see. Got my ribs. Yeah, I mean they're tweeting quite a bit here, so they are trying to see if their coin can go up even higher. I don't know what exchanges is. Wojak, it's on MEXC. There you go. Yeah, this thing's grinding. And again, it's at a very small market cap, so that market cap may change over time. But let's go down here very fast. It's on BitGet. So Huobi and Gate.io, those are your opportunities if you want to take it. Good luck if you want to trade them. Remember, small market cap. They seem to be doing okay. Looks like a lot of the volume has been about in Gate.io. You also have some, I guess, yeah, it's kind of split evenly. BitGet and Huobi in there, so looking pretty good. Uniswap, you see a lot of it, but I mean, I hate swapping tokens. I absolutely hate it. So I just put money in BitGet account, like transfer it over from one account to the other, and see where it goes. But yeah, I mean, this thing is continually pumping at the moment. It's having some dips and it goes up. But again, if it's at a very low market cap like this, it doesn't even matter when you buy it. You just buy it and hold, and you have to wait, and you have to wait. And if it drops 50%, you got to wait. You maybe even double down and buy another $100 in it, and you just wait and wait and wait. That's really the goal here. I'd feel much more comfortable buying Wojak or that Stonks token. Probably even Wojak a little bit more because Wojak looks a lot newer. You know, buy Wojak, put $100 into it, and just kind of sit and wait to see what happens with it. It'd be a fun little thing to do. Just make sure you have an exchange that, you know, takes it, so to speak. They are pump and dump gambling coins. Oh yeah, definitely pump and dump. Definitely pump and dump type of coins. It's on L-Bank. Wojak and Pepe coins look like pump and dumps to me. It's on a lot. Oh yeah. These are high risk tokens where you're just trying to buy them and see how high they go up. That's why you're not really going to be investing a lot of money in them. However, you can have a lot of fun. So in my experience, the way I've always described this, and Ken, you know this. Oh man. It's like going to the casino. That's what I've always said. You kind of plop some money down, you kind of wait to see what happens with it. And then, you know, the cool thing about it is, usually if you get it right, you kind of just save a small pot of money, and that pot of money is what you use to spend on future token investments. And hopefully it works out, but if not, you know, no harm done. You lost like $50 or $100. But you guys just have to make sure, if you guys do play with these low risk coins, it's gonna be high risk coins, low market cap coins, you do have to make sure you're not over investing. If your portfolio is like $1,000 maxed out, like just $1,000, you probably don't want to put more than like $50 in here, and that's even stretching it quite a bit. So you do want to make sure you're not overexposed to these. But if you have an understanding with yourself, saying, "Hey, I'm okay with losing $50. I'm okay losing $20. I'm okay losing $100. Whatever that amount is," you can be okay with it. But sometimes you get rugged, and you have to understand that you just gotta hold on to it, or you're gonna sell it and take a huge loss. But again, if you lose 50% of $50, you just lost $25. It's not the end of the world. Then you have another $25 you can go spend on another token and see if that goes somewhere, and maybe it goes up 100% and you back up to $50. You know, it goes both ways. But the majority of the time, you're not gonna win. You have to get lucky in there somewhere. And usually you can kind of help yourself win more by checking out their Twitter or their Discord and see what they're going. You know, search their name on Twitter. Make sure they're not known for being scammers or people haven't been talking about them in a negative way. All that type of crap. You know, you just take some time to do it, and then you plop down $50. Have some fun. Pop down $20, $10, $5, whatever you're looking for, and just, you know, make some money. George streamed about Pepe today. Dump time. There you go. Hey, Jonathan, I missed it. And what exchange do you use? Oh, so I use a few exchanges here just because I like access to do a bunch of different tokens. But Jonathan, right now I've been using Fairdesk quite a bit to trade. I also use BitGet to trade. I've used Polnux to trade every now and again, but Polnux is not in America anymore. Binance US is always a stable option, and so is KuCoin. But right now I've been trading a lot with Fairdesk. They sponsor the channel, so I always like to move my money over there to start trading. But really, you know, it's whatever exchange you preferably like. But if you want to double check, and thank you so much for the memberships, my man, I really do appreciate it, Jonathan. Again, let me know if you have any more questions, even though I'm in the middle of answering one of your questions now. If you ever want to know where you can buy some of these tokens or each individual token, just look for the token on coinmarketcap.com or there's CoinGecko, but there's like a Dex Tools. Dex Tools. There you go. There you go. And you can find a whole bunch of low market cap coins here. I need to freaking bookmark this thing because moving bookmarks bar bookmark. Okay, there you go. You can find a lot of low market cap tokens over here, but these ones are usually the ones that are only going to be working out on swaps, like Uniswap and that type of stuff. The risk on these ones is almost astronomical, and they hardly ever work out. And even if the price looks like it's up like 79,000% like it is now, there's really not too much money there. So even if you just sell off like $5, it could drop the price down by like 50% just you selling. So that makes sense. So be very, very careful about going to this website because it makes it seem like everything's popping off when in reality it's not. But thank you very much, Jonathan. I really do appreciate it. And welcome Joseph, Etrev, David, Jack, and Brian. Hope you guys are all doing well. Excuse me. And hey, Etrev, happy to see you back, man. We'll go over here. There's a few of us from Jordan's stream that watch Michael. Jordan shouted him out a while back. Oh yeah, I forgot about Jordan. Cameron. What do you call Jordan and I talk a lot with Tom. I haven't talked to Jordan, I don't think, much besides a few things when his channel was banned temporarily because I had been through the same thing. YouTube took down my channel. But I talk a lot with Tom. I should talk more with Jordan. I guess I am part of a network that people talk to each other, but I just don't talk too much in the network. I really just talk with Tom. Tom's a good friend of mine, but he's all the way on the East Coast. But I think most people are in California, I think. Not many people up here in Seattle. There's not really much a crypto scene over here. Oh, but over here, guys, you see hot pairs. Pepe right there. Peepo. Pepe coin. So you can see Pepe right now is a hot pair. 99 out of 99. Dex score. You can kind of see the chart right now on TradingView. Oh, I'm down a little bit. And you can kind of watch it there. So I kind of like how Dex Tools works just because you can see TradingView within this stuff. Like, CoinMarketCap is fine, but this chart, it's not the same. It's not the same. Now, I think there's a way you can download the chart, price history, whatever. But, I like the fact that it's just kind of there. Now, there are other coins out there, though. So, like, maybe something like a Peepo, maybe it's not on there. Oh my God, it is on there. Peepo. Oh, okay, cool. But you can see this thing going up a lot, but you can see how there's like a 0.0 to the 6th, 1922. There's a bunch of stuff going on there. That's a lot of zeros. But again, you have to hold and wait. Hold and wait. And the only way to buy this one is probably sell, $987, $261, $69. Somebody bought $1,700 worth. Somebody sold off some. So, I mean, they're selling billions and buying billions of this type of stuff, maybe even trillions. Community trust. I don't know about this. Only logged in people can do this. I need to make an account for this one. Sell tax, honeypot. No. So they got no taxes on this. Is kind of nice. Let's see. Swap. So I think it means you can only swap this, perhaps. Price alerts, my swaps, I don't have positions in this, but yeah. Basically, this has a lot of low market cap tokens if you wanted to gamble on stuff. And I literally just like say gamble. Pepe coin. This is a PP coin, Pepe coin. This one again is consolidating after a big move. This all happened last like hour or two. Some sells, some buys in here. Some sells, some buys. People just kind of wait and they hold and they see how much they can sell off. And market cap is like 14 million, looks like something like that. So really, really small. You'd want to buy it and kind of see how high it goes. But again, it's always a very high risk. Check out the website. Check out the Twitter. Established in 2016. We love Pepe coin bond. It looks like it's only available on Uniswap right now. But let me go back over here. Scroll down. Yeah, maybe when it gets on BitGet or MEXC or something like that, that's usually when things start to really kick off for these coins because there's a lot more activity, a lot more liquidity on those exchanges. You can pile drive in there and you can see how much you can buy. But of course, just play it safe, guys. Play it safe. And hey, Tony, Tom Crown. Yeah, Tom, we talk a lot. So me and Tom, we're both crypto guys. He's a Bitcoin maxi. I like a lot of this other stuff besides crypto or besides Bitcoin. But he's a really knowledgeable guy. He has had a lot of videos. Like he's had 726 videos. He's been around for a while. He has more subscribers than me. He has like close to 80,000. 729 videos. He streamed yesterday, it looks like. He has all the shorts. His shorts get about the same amount of views as mine. 152 views for the last one, 900. Crypto shorts are incredibly hard, guys. Incredibly hard. And I think he does long form videos too, but not as many. Shocking warning from Fed Chairman, 25 basis point rate hike. No one can explain why Mac has this on file. You know, yeah, not as many videos. I would say, oh, yeah, this one's 6 months ago, 4 months ago. Hey, I think he just started doing long form videos. Again, I can't blame him for stopping a while ago because of all the drop in the price a few months back. But yeah, so yeah, I'm a good friend with Tom. We talk usually 4 to 5 times a week. I'm friends with a couple other content creators out there. The biggest content creator that I'm friends with that you guys would probably know is Internet Anarchist. Probably the largest creator that I know personally that you guys might know. But he has subs in the hundreds of thousands, so he's a pretty big dog out there. We're gonna hang out when he visits the U.S. next year. We're gonna hang out in Vegas. But yeah. Oh, it's already on BitGet for a couple weeks now. Oh, then hey, AZTV, if it's already on BitGet for a couple weeks, you can try to take a small position. And again, if something goes up 1,000%, you know, it doesn't take much money for you to make money. It just really depends on how much money you want to make. You put more money in there, so if it does get lucky, you make a lot more money. But of course, if it doesn't go your way, are you going to be mad that you lost that amount of money? If your answer is yes, you need to lower that amount of money down. He's more of a Litecoin guy. Yeah, so I was in Vegas last October, and I went to the Money 2020 conference because I like fintech events more than crypto events personally, and I will go to more crypto events. I promise you guys, maybe later on this year or something, if there are any around me. But I went to this thing called Money 2020. Let me see if I can show you guys here. Money 2020. Yeah, so now it's in October. It was October last year, of course, so this is October this year. But yeah, it was a very cool event, very cool show and everything. They had a club event. I went to Omni nightclub, had a blast. And so it's a big fintech event. It's a massive fintech event, really big. And then I remember Tom was there. We didn't get to hang out while we were there because he was doing another conference. But we were, what was it? He was there for the Litecoin. Oh, I'm not even spelling this right. Litecoin conference. I think it was a Litecoin conference, I think. Why don't they have a Litecoin conference? Or I spell Litecoin wrong? No, Litecoin. Oh, Litecoin, maybe? Oh. That shows you how I don't keep track of Litecoin at all. I really don't keep track of this sucker at all. Let's go over here. Currencies. Yeah, light. Oh, did I misspell it, I guess? Oh, I put an R there instead of an E. Jesus. Okay, well, that's the cold medicine working in. Litecoin conference. Really, no Litecoin conferences either. Keeps on trying to think I'm doing a Bitcoin conference. I never knew that. Okay. But anyway, he was there for a Litecoin conference because I remember this BitBoy was there. I got a picture with BitBoy while I was there too. But I was just chilling out in Vegas for that whole week. It was very nice. I like the conferences because everything's really cheap when you go. You get free food and stuff. I'm part of the media, so I get access to certain events. And then I just get to chill and meet cool people. Fintech people are usually a lot more cooler than crypto people, in my opinion. And I don't mean like the people that speak or anything, but it's the people you meet at the events. You kind of vibe with them more. I don't know what I could vibe with somebody at the Litecoin conference about. Maybe Litecoin, I guess, but I don't know much about Litecoin at all. Like people know a lot about the infrastructure behind it. I don't. But I do think he wears a Litecoin shirt every now and again. I do think you're right there. Am I coming to Bitcoin Miami? If it wasn't so freaking expensive, yeah, I would have gone. I was just talking with Tom about this, actually. The average hotel room over there is like a couple $1,000s a night or something at this point. It is absolutely wild, and all the flights are booked out from Seattle over there. I'd have to go, like, to, what do you call it? I have to fly to like LA and then go all the way over there because all the first class and direct flights are all taken. It is there might be some more now, I don't know. But I asked ChatGPT to find something that couldn't find me, but I can always check again. Maybe. I'm not entirely sure. I want to go to one when it's in a bull market because I feel like that'd be much more lively. But at the same time, like getting somebody to watch Loki for a whole like week when I go across country, it's usually hard. Usually I have to have a really good excuse to drop Loki off with my my sister. I'll wait and buy a crash for next bull run. I think most people are usually waiting for those big events, but they're also doing some dollar cost averaging as well. I got a bunch of top financial at 11 today. What's your thoughts on another pump? Top. After hours seem to end up okay, kind of bounce back out. There we go. Let's see. So you're able to get some at 11? See, after hours saved your butts right at that. Some of those support levels fell. That broke down to next support level. Good play so far. So the way I would usually play this for some of these more, I don't know what you want to call it, high risk plays is probably end up scaling out a little bit in the morning if it stays above like 15, 16 bucks. And then if you can get some price targets, man, this is going to be hard because of how much this kind of all went around, but let's see what I'm playing with right now though. Yeah, that popped up so fast, didn't it? I remember this being the low market one we've been talking about. Yeah, because we brounced off right after that. Okay, so what I'd have to do now is go over to the 15-minute chart and drag this down a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. I mean, yeah, that price target, it seems to be like 70 bucks, but I think what I'm going to have to do to make it kind of more realistic here, which I guess it can go up that far, I'm going to have to use the fib levels and kind of bring it down a little bit. I'd say I would have my first price target coming in the morning around $26, then really just try to have most of it sold out by 46. If it goes much higher than that, or if you feel really bullish about it, maybe you can have an extra 10 to 20% just kind of held over, at the end of the day. But right now, I'd be cashing out a little bit during the pre-market and a little bit more when it first hits 25, then try to get rid of the majority of it over here. Now, I'm more conservative, so most people would probably tell you to sell it over here. I like to take my profit and run. It's my strategy, so to speak. However, I just wish and probably have a stop loss around 10 bucks, or no, excuse me, 12 bucks, just to make sure you walk away with something. But I do hope that this thing can consolidate a little bit more. That way, when the market opens up, you can at least have a pretty big bounce off of it. Because right now, you're not going to really be seeing too much here off of this. I'd be expecting something more of the 33 range. Easy. Let's go back over to daily. I mean, all the other technicals are not going to be too friendly here. And where did my... Oh, there we go. Yeah, MACD and everything, they're all going to be to shit at this point. You might not see this thing pump up until Monday, to be frank. Look at this 1 hour. But I mean, this thing is cut. This MACD has been kind of lagging behind, so maybe you might actually see it tomorrow. But you might kind of have a slow morning, to be frank, and then all of a sudden it pumps up towards the end of the day. Looking at this, you had some strong starts, kind of consolidated for the past few days. Pre-market, there's a lot of action that happens over there, isn't there? Yeah, I would just make sure you have that $11, $12 stop loss, excuse me. Let's get that out of the way. Oops, nope. Let's get this one shrink down to MACD. There we go. Get the oscillator up there. Tom seems like he'd be a good fishing buddy. I don't even think I've ever talked about fishing with Tom. I've talked about there's a content creator out there called Avi Akbar. He's a friend of mine. I'm not wearing my rings right now. I'm wearing my watch, but normally you guys know I wear rings and stuff like that. Avi's the guy that helped me pick out my rings. Avi Akbar. There he is. So he has 2.4 million followers. He's the guy that you can see he has rings on his fingers in his videos, but he's the guy that helped me pick up my rings. He's a really chill guy. I guess I do know a lot of content creators out there. I just don't talk about him as much, but I do need to start doing some more collabs and stuff like that. Maybe I'll mention to Tom on do a collab because Tom is building his whole brand out these days. He's trying to do like a whole Tom Crown website, like mini media empire, which is going to be really cool to watch and see how that develops. For me, I'm trying to build an educational system, which is kind of frustratingly hard, but I'll get there eventually. I'm still working on that course. I take a little bit of a break because I've been sick the last few days, but I am hoping that maybe with ChatGPT I can speed it up a little bit, kind of get just some of the standard definitions out of the way, then I can kind of explain them a little bit more while I record, because I'm happy and I'm lucky that I have an extra terabyte hard drive, because this is going to overwhelm my poor C drive, the standard drive that you have with your computer. I'm going to need a lot of space, and all of these videos are going to be in 4K Ultra HD, which means that you guys can see everything going on the screen, which means that 70 hours of footage at 4K resolution is a lot of information. And I want to be able to have that stored on my computer in case anything ever goes wrong, everything ever goes bad. I don't want to lose it forever, but I have no idea how to store that online. I might have to get like another terabyte hard drive just to keep in a storage unit in case it all goes to shit or something like that. That'd be freaking traumatizing, all that hard work gone. Party with George. I've never met George, but he always seemed like a good guy. I like how his thumbnails are always just him looking at his camera. See, but with Avi, I've been talking about fly fishing because he wanted to know what it was. He didn't know what fly fishing was, and I had to explain it to him. I used to live in Montana, guys, so I'm used to the good old fly fishing and getting some fish. I'm buying 150K of these altcoins. Well, best of luck to you if you do. That'd be really fun to see if you can become a billionaire or a millionaire off of it. And hey, bro, Science family is doing very well. I myself am a little bit sick, but everybody else is doing fine. Mom's having back issues, but I gave her a massage today to help her out. Sister is almost done with school, so she's getting ready for college next year, or next, in August. And so she's getting really excited. And then me, I'm just grinding and working and doing the same old stuff. Carvana went nuts after beating on earnings. They thought they were dead. I mean, I think everybody thought Carvana was dead. This market today was the earnings were all over the place, but there were some companies that really hit it out of the park. I think one of the disappointing ones was I always forget. It was it's at 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock is when you hear all these earnings come out. Apple's earnings were fine. Apple, Carvana, DoorDash was very good. Block was very good. Let's see, I think Peloton was yesterday. Peloton was very bad. Expedia gained 6%. Coinbase was up 9%. Bookings Holdings down 3%. And DoorDash was up 5%. Yes, that's good. Blueberry sunglasses. Oh yeah, I just got some new sunglasses because I broke my other ones. Everybody, I got my contact appointment done through. My appointment for my contact exam and my eye exam, freaking $230 for just the exam. Not even buying the contacts. But I'm getting my trial contacts in pretty soon because I have extreme astigmatism, so I have to custom make them to my eye. And then after that, I have to see if I like them enough or get another pair and remeasure the eye. And then I get my contacts. That way I can start wearing sunglasses for the summer. It'll be fun. Go outside a little bit more. You're conservative? Yeah, definitely a good way to go there, Jonathan. Definitely a good way to go. Sandbox seems like a potential banger, though. Yeah, Sandbox has been around for a while. It's a really good one for dollar cost averaging for the next metaverse play. Remember when everybody thought the metaverse was going to be happening before AI, and now all of a sudden AI is just here and kind of breaking through everything? They even had a meeting at the White House, I believe, with Kamala Harris and the CEOs of some of these companies to kind of figure out what the regulation should be. But I don't know how well that meeting probably went. It's over to CEOs versus Kamala. Thoughts about the Budweiser versus Molson Coors tap, long tap, or short Bud? I mean, honestly, I would probably just short Bud. They made a huge mistake. And I don't even think the mistake was necessarily partnering with that person. What I think people found most infuriating about it, as it kind of it shows up on my YouTube and TikTok feeds, is that marketing lady and how she was very condescending about the people that the traditional Bud Light base. I think I found her remarks more distasteful than the actual free beer that they offered a lady person. So yeah, so I'd probably short it. I went to Walgreens today so I can buy like $50 worth of cold medicine, and nobody was touching the Bud Light. And I live in a pretty freaking democratic, leftward leaning state, and nobody was touching the Bud Light, Budweiser, whatever. And I have to believe that's going to show up on the earnings down the road. I've seen TikToks of people at the baseball games. Nobody's ordering Bud Light. It they messed up by pissing off their loyal fan base, and I would assume that before this happened, a lot of Bud Light people were loyal. Now I don't necessarily drink Bud or Bud Light. I'm more of a Corona banquet type of guy myself, a little bit stronger. I think Bud Light has Bud Light Platinum or something like that. But what is it? Corona, whatever it was called. But the stronger Corona. They used to sell them these little bottles, which are really cool. I like to drink hard liquor more, but I haven't been to a bar in a while. I'd probably just short it. They really screwed up. I don't even think that woman deserves a job after all this. Like, just help her find another job, another corporation. But as long as she's there, I don't think Bud Light kind of recovers from this anytime soon. But maybe some of you guys have seen people buying Bud Light and stuff. Just personally around me, from the 2 experiences I've seen, nobody's been buying Bud Light. So that, to me, that's like, whoa. Plus some TikToks and stuff. Maybe my view is skewed or something like that because of I don't live necessarily downtown liberal city, but I live on like the suburbs. 20 minutes away from the downtown Tacoma, 45 minutes away from the downtown Seattle. It's weird to not see any of the Budweiser or Bud Light gone. Their marketing person seems to have done the worst of it, though. They should just fire her and move on. I have seen they have been running more ads and stuff like that, like more pro-American ads. But at a certain point, I think it feels hollow. And then I also think because of what just happened with, what's his name? Tucker Carlson. I heard like a day late that he got fired from Fox News. People are kind of ticked off right now, like establishment beings just in general. And so maybe some of that Tucker hate is feeding on some of that Budweiser hate and vice versa, maybe. But I would not want to be buying Budweiser at this point. I don't know if they're going to be able to recuperate that brand. But honestly, I don't know where Bud Light people go. Do they go to Coors? Because most Bud people I know don't like Coors. Where do they go? They're not going to go to Rainier beer. Well, actually, there was a lot of Rainier beer missing. Maybe they go for Rainier. There's a lot of the cheaper beers. Who knows? Inflation's freaking nuts at this point. But I'd probably say short still. Find a good entry point into short, though. Big YouTube accounts I like is Mitch Ray, Jason Casper, Eric Crown. What do you call? I'm going to have to try to reach out to these people and just get meetings or something like that. I am not good at collaborating with other YouTubers. I should start reaching out. Some of the ones that I know I can work with, they're smaller YouTubers, but I can see how it works out. But now I'm 6, and I'm like, now I got to wait to see how long this is going to take. Tom's pre-stream tutorial shorts are excellent. Dude is definitely very knowledgeable like you. Yeah, what do you call he's just mad that his shorts aren't taking off. He has very good shorts. He should get way more views than they do. He models them off of the Lux Algo shorts. I don't know if you've seen the Lux Algo shorts. He models them off of those ones. CGPT. This one seems to be too new for me. This one seems to be kind of grinding back down to support. If you're lucky, you may get a higher low on it, and you may be able to buy some up here. I would probably dollar cost average if you want to get bullish. Otherwise, you could probably just wait to see if you do have a breakout around there. Normally, I would try to buy, maybe have a stop loss around this drop down right here around 15 cents, 25% stop loss for a high risk play. See where it goes from there. Because right now, you see just a little bit of consolidation. One day it's just going to pop, and you're going to sell on the same day of the pop or the day after the pop, most likely, unless you think it can really rally up to another batch of all-time highs or so. You can even see Bitcoin consolidating right now, waiting to break out or trying to break out. If it was to break out, it might happen tomorrow. So tomorrow's day candle, but we'll have to see. At this point, Bitcoin's looking okay. I would love to see it go up a little bit higher. As a filmmaker shooting 8K, you can imagine how many hard drives I have. Oh man, that must be intense. That is a lot of hard drives right there. One of my friends, he does a lot of tutorials and editing and stuff like that. His channel is longest solo ever. He has a lot of stuff just like that. He's the guy that convinced me to buy this microphone and said it was a very good one. And so far, I do think he's right. It's a very good microphone. And definitely Blockbeat as well. Will you add a detailed course on how to paper trade? TradingView is kind of tricky and tutorials on YouTube are lacking. What I'm thinking of doing is making I don't know, like an hour-long TradingView tutorial, but I'm not entirely sure how to structure it. Because you can see how much stuff there is on here, especially if I get out the top. Let's kind of shut this off. There's 1 tab here, 2 tabs, 3 tabs, 4, 5, 6. Everything over here. Everything is a point to it, right? But what order do I go in? That's really the question here. And then maybe get them set up with a basic stock chart or something like that. But then in 1 second, most of your charts probably don't look like mine at the top here. Oh, sorry, the sponsors are blocking it. As far as how many tickers or how many time frames you guys have, but that's because I've started them over here, so I can get access to them very quickly. Even the second chart. So I can probably do one, or when my voice is a little bit better, and my throat's a little bit better. But it has been on my list. What I'm doing later on is going through some basic indicators like moving averages and stuff like that. But somewhere in between there, I can definitely just do a very long tutorial where I'm starting off with a fresh TradingView chart, and I'm kind of just adding everything up there from scratch. So I would set up a new account, not the paid account, and then kind of walk you through everything going on, and then see how that works out. Because basically, if I do my paid one, I'm going to be showing you guys probably stuff that you guys don't know or maybe don't have access to, perhaps. We'll see. Maybe I'll just use both at the same time. Maybe I have one through my work account, and I have one that I've been using here for a while. Maybe I'll see if I can use both of those. And then I'll make sure to explain to you guys the best time to buy TradingView is during the Black Friday sale, so you can save 50% of the year. Probably, like, even from the replays, the alerts, the layouts, the naming of the layouts, the settings, like, all this stuff has to be talked about. It's all like in depth. So I can probably do one, but it would be over an hour, and I'd probably have to cut it into sections where each section you see me in a different shirt or something like that. But yeah, I mean, I can do that. I think it's worth having one on here because I do think there are a few on YouTube, but let's go over here very fast. Let me type this up while you guys watch Bitcoin for a second. TradingView tutorial. There you go. So you can see one over here, which is 30 minutes, 42 minutes, 27 minutes. None of these are long enough. 35 minutes, none of an hour. That's still not long enough. But you see right here, this guy probably talked more about all this stuff than anybody else, but he only got 12,000 views. Meanwhile, the guy that only did 35 minutes, or the guy that did only lady that did only 20 minutes, they got 110,000 views. The reward for YouTube to make good content is really whacked out when it comes to educational content, because it can't just be educational. It has to be educational and very entertaining. And you guys know me, I'm still in the learning process of entertaining, but I'm probably just gonna wing it, and just be like, hey, here's this, and kind of go through every single thing from a new chart perspective. That way I can break down everything for you guys. And you see on the right hand side here, there's all these buttons, right? Alerts, data window, exchanges, right? Economic events, ideas if you have any, Bitcoin mines, whatever this is. I don't even use this. Bitcoin USD mines, like people that like Bitcoin to basically share their ideas. Chat, right? Ideas from Chart Prime. Live shows for traders. Like, I don't use any of this stuff, but maybe you guys do. Notifications, Sonar Lab, Trendline Liquidity. What is this? Alerts. Level 2 data if you connect to a broker. Oh, this is level 2 data, excuse me. Oh, no, this is block buying. I haven't bought in a long time. There's not block buying on Bitcoin, I don't think, though. Well, maybe you can, but not in the traditional sense. But yeah, there's so much to break down. So much to break down. There you go. Even the different types of candles, right? All these types of candles. Oh my lord. Oops. Let me get back over here. So I could do it. It'll just take some time. Mullen. Oh my gosh. Dude, that's quite a bit. So they had one split today. 2, 3. Looks like 3 so far. I don't know if it stretches out anymore. No, it looks like just like 3. I don't know why I thought more. 1, 2, and 3 today. I mean, I don't know what the heck these people are gonna do. I mean, they're splitting into their earnings. So that just means when the earnings come, they're gonna drop off like a rock because I mean their earnings are usually not too good as far as I know. Like, yeah, that's earnings not good. Earnings not good. Earnings up a little bit before going back down. Earnings up a little bit before going back down. 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 Down a little bit of a pop, but up a little bit down, up a little bit before down. Like it's just absolutely wild. Absolutely wild what this company has done. But I mean, we haven't checked out Mullen's website in forever. There you go. Really? There it is. Okay. Yeah, their income is like they're losing a lot of money every year, every quarter. They have a pretty high short float of 10%, about 9.5%. Mullen Ready's commercial launches and announces customer pricing for Class 1 EV cargo vans. I mean, I just don't know what they're trying to do. Let's Google the website up a little bit. Let's get rid of this. Campus delivery utility vehicle. So for like, tech campuses, so to speak, maybe even a college campus. Pure electric SUV crossover. That's an SUV crossover? Mullen 3, so commercial vehicles, investing. Wait, how do I find out their vehicles? I guess I just got to go to reserve. Reserve with a $100 refundable deposit. Yeah, right. I don't even know if I'm going to get the deposit back. Is it refundable? Anytime, any reason? Oh, that's good. Will I receive Mullen 5? Fourth quarter of 2023. That's still a while away. Mississippi, maybe? MS? And that's Mississippi, I think. I want to. That is a weird looking car. It doesn't look terrible, but like, it kind of feels like a ripoff of a Tesla. Did this made it into an SUV? That's exactly what it looks like. A Tesla crossover. I don't know. I've never been a fan of crossovers. They freak me out a little bit too much. But it seems like overall they've had three splits. Probably gonna have more, honestly, because they're gonna have to market this thing. Marketing takes a lot of money. I'm surprised they haven't had any offerings or stuff like that. Launches 1,000 vehicle order received from Randy Marion Automotive Group for Class EV cab chassis, and trucks. University of Charlotte, perhaps. Second fleet order of Mullen EV cargo vans. 3 stocks with red flags. With flags too red to ignore. Mullen Sucklet, why Mullen Automotive is headed for a disaster. Jesus. They may go live in the middle of a recession, which may not be the best timing. However, you know what? Some people take a chance on stuff like that, and it's perfectly fine, especially if they believe it could be the next Tesla or something. Excuse me. But it is done. The memes are devastating. The memes have been incredibly effective. I see them all over TikTok, all over Twitter, all over YouTube. There's a lot of memes on it. Well, not so much YouTube, but I see the memes a lot. I don't know. Like, I honestly don't think it. Well, maybe it was. I don't know. I don't know how the average Bud Light user. I have friends that, but they don't really talk to me about that type of stuff. Um, you know, it, I really don't think it was the free beer they sent that person. I think it was the fact that that lady, their marketing director, did that went on that podcast and just kind of insulted like the people that drink Bud and beer, like in general. Because what do you call? When I was in college, I used to drink a lot of Bud Light Platinum, too much Bud Light Platinum. I also used to drink a lot of Course Banquet. That's what I was referring to. Yeah, I like those beers a lot. I drank a lot of hard liquor. I drank a lot in college, probably too much. I had a few friends who are girls who knew bartenders, and those bartenders gave me extra shots in my drinks and all types of shit. There was something called Bucket Night at Bar 9 on Bozeman off Main Street. For like $11, you get a huge pitcher of vodka, rum, and soda, and it. One, booze was good for the night. Two, you're probably puking. Three, you're probably puking and like just pissing off for the river that goes to the main down street. Like it was a wild party town when I first went there. Now it's kind of relaxed a little bit because more and more people have moved to Bozeman, Montana. But back in the day, it was it was a little too lit, so to speak. And Lyft, yeah, I did see Lyft Tank today. I didn't see why, but I did hear about it. She's officially fired, and Dylan has been dropped. The execs are backtracking, suggesting they didn't give concept nor were aware of the campaign. Oh, I know. It's still the damage is still going to be done though. But they probably, honestly, the way executives work, I've used to work at corporations. Hey, Loki. They probably didn't know, to be frank. Probably some minor executive knew, but I think the lady herself was an executive, so she probably just plowed ahead through it, saying, this is a great thing. She probably thought this is going to be such a great thing. They're going to be so surprised when I do this, and it brings in a whole bunch of new customers. Then when the reaction backs, the backlash started, her first instinct was probably to lash back, and then, you don't do that. I think the same thing happened with all the, what was it? With Star Wars. When they had that purple-haired lady who was like, the actor herself seemed absolutely fine, but the character she portrayed was the worst Star Wars character I had seen in a very, very, very long time. And it's that type of stuff where if you call that out, oh my God, you're like, what's a misogynist? I think that's the word for it nowadays. It's stuff like that. But like the character seemed fine. I mean, the lady seemed fine. But that character she portrayed, it made me never want to watch another Star Wars movie because she invented a new. She changed the laws of physics within the Star Wars universe. She wouldn't explain a very simple plan which didn't need to be so secretive, and a whole bunch of other stuff. And I believe that was the writer's fault and how they portrayed the character and the director's fault. But my God, that character, I hated that character. The woman that played the character, no, I don't know her. She's probably a very nice woman. But the character, holy freak, dude, oh God, I was close to just never watching Star Wars again. I don't even watch the Star Wars sequels anymore. I've watched each one once, and I just don't need to watch I don't need to watch them ever again. The original 6, sure. Rogue One, sure. Even some of the iffy ones like what's like Solo, I'll probably never watch it again unless I really want to see Woody Harrelson in the movie or something like that. But that one I probably don't watch too much. But Rogue One, fine. Darth Vader, the new one, I'll probably watch it once, but probably not again. They need to fix up that writing. And with the writer's strike about to kick off, who knows if they're actually going to get any good writers this time around. You heard Tucker is going to be Trump's VP? Oh, guys, if Tucker is Trump's VP, he'll have a very articulate guy. You don't have to agree with Tucker's politics or his stances on anything like that, but like the guy can articulate his thoughts pretty well. I think that'd be an interesting move by Tucker. I think he would probably just go for the money and make a whole new platform for himself. I think he can go work for another television studio or whatever. But at this point, I keep on seeing negative videos about him, so I keep on thinking that Fox is like leaking videos that make him look bad. But like, I think people could see through it if maybe that's what's happening. I don't know, but I think people usually see through that stuff, and so I don't know how it's going to play out. But I think the guy's good enough. He's a good orator of whatever he wants to talk about. So he'll find a job or he'll start a job. He can build a platform very, very easily. Do I know investment guy Matt Kors? I don't know him, but I know of his channel. Yes, I know of his channel. That's true. Do you know Rumble investment guy Matt Kors? Still waiting for your Rumble videos. I see none. I put out a couple Rumble videos, but I don't know how to use Rumble. So basically, when you enter in a Rumble account, and hey, Jonathan, I really do appreciate it very, very much, man. Like, extremely. I really do appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. I know it sounds repetitive here, but I do appreciate it. And I want you to know that I appreciate it when you're giving out the memberships. Hairline stream? Hairline surgery stream? What the heck? Okay, well, basically, let me sign into my account right here. I think I'm going to sign up with Google, perhaps. Let me see. I don't sign into this too often. There we go. So, basically, here. Actually, how do I find this? I don't want to just, like, lose you on my channels. Okay, let me add this over here. So, I have one video. It's this one right here. Ultimate Price Action Concepts. It has maybe 0 views or something. I don't know. Yeah, I gotta fix up this channel or something like that. But I do got one video here, I think. This video right here. But yeah, it's just when you upload a video, it's very, very confusing to me. Let's go over here. Let's just upload something very simple. Okay, this one right here. Upload speed. It's the next page that gets me confused. I still have to figure out what it is, but I'll try to re-upload all my videos on here as well. But there's like different options compared to YouTube and a lot of other stuff, which really confuses me. Really, really confuses me. Self-charging from driving. I mean, if that's possible, I think that's going to be a really cool thing to see. I just hope there's a way to charge it if it doesn't occur. You know what I mean? What's the backup plan? I'm pretty sure there's a backup plan that probably uses the same charger as the Tesla or something like that. Probably. But with the technology, maybe they'll just get bought out or something. Who knows? Maybe Tesla will buy them out. I don't know if they would do that, but somebody can buy them out. It just seems like they need more capital. If they're doing split after split after split, they need to figure out a way to get more revenue. But I guess the revenue won't come until Q4 apparently, right? A Porsche? Yeah, it does look a little bit like a Porsche. Budweiser sales are down 26% in the past week, even more than other weeks. They gave away free cases to distributors. Oh, wow. I mean, maybe they can get a good sale. I mean, the Bud Light I saw at Walgreens was on a big sale. It was like 30% off, but nobody was buying it. I mean, they just really ticked off their base. I mean, what more can you say about it? I'm like, this will be studied in marketing classes for those of you guys that have gone to college or that plan on going to college or just like know of college. This is a textbook case of what they'll be teaching, what not to do. When you get into a position like understanding your brand, understanding who you represent, and trying to not make yourself more than the brand. I think this lady just thought she was like she could change the brand just like that. Shifts don't happen like that. Brands follow their consumers. The consumers don't follow the brands. And I think you've seen that with tons of things. Like for me, when I was growing up, I used to like Starbucks coffee a lot until I started finding other coffee shops that were much better than Starbucks. Until eventually I got my own espresso machine. You know, now Starbucks tries to sell me little cups and stuff, so when I make my espresso, I'm drinking in a Starbucks cup, but now that I'm getting my coffee from Starbucks. You know, they try to find me in different ways, because not everybody wants to get Starbucks coffee in the morning. You know, I can wake up, I can go grind my own homemade coffee in a nice little grinder that I own. I can put that into my espresso machine, click it crunch, let it get hot enough, let the espresso kind of sweep out for like 22 seconds or so, sip it straight from the cups, because they have like 2 little cups or maybe a mug if you want to do it that way. Or what you do is you just, put some milk into it, swirl it around, or you can froth up some milk or whatever. But, you don't try to control your consumer, you follow your consumers. And that's the hard part, right? For a lot of companies nowadays. You think about cable, people are leaving cable because they don't like the high fees. How expensive it is, how the rates are and everything like that. And so these cable companies are trying very hard to get people back, but all the commercials are on like TV or maybe a few on YouTube and stuff like that. But honestly, how many people want to go to cable over the next like 40, 50 years? A lot of the channels that we know, they're not going to be around because they can't make as much money on YouTube as they could have done on TV. So they're going to have smaller staffs, more automation, more robotics and stuff, kind of keeping everything going up and running. It'll be cool to see, but the they're not going to be able to hire the same workforce. A lot of the shows will kind of be the same, but they'll just be on different platforms. I was just remembering that the days when you didn't have a camera and it was just your voice, we've come a long way. That was a long time ago because my laptop camera was so bad. I was like, I'm not even gonna try to do it. And also I had a gaming laptop, and it was an okay gaming laptop, but it wasn't top tier, just enough for me to game on my normal games, like Civilization and stuff at like the high speeds. But what do you call? Now I got the nice Black Magic cameras. Now I got my nice microphones and stuff, and hopefully pretty soon I can start doing some more collaborations. If you ever on another channel, tell them I say hello. Maybe I can spread the word about my channel more. And then without spamming, don't spam anybody's channel. But what do you call it? I wanna collab with people and start getting my name out there a little bit more. It'll probably bring us subscribers. But I want to do it in the right way, like with technical analysis channels or maybe even entertainment channels. But they should know that I only do technical analysis. I'm not a guy. But I can wear sunglasses if needed, if it makes me look cool, but probably won't. I only do sunglasses for a couple of videos I've doing over the past few weeks because the glare off my glasses is pretty extreme when I read like this. At the same time, I can't take them off my glasses because I can't exactly read what's on the screen. I cannot read anything on my screens right now except for maybe end stream button and the numbers on my chart right here because they're so freaking big because I zoomed in too much. So, there we go. But luckily, I'll get contacts pretty soon, so I don't have to wear glasses anymore. Except for my contacts to be custom made because my how do you say this? Astigmatism. I spelled it right. Images. There you go. The focal point in astigmatism is like a whole bunch of different points instead of one point, so the lights are kind of all over the place in my eyes. But basically, my eye is like a football. That's what my my eye doctor said. Which is like the axis. Let's go over here. So like right here, astigmatism eye. Axis 100. My axis is a 180. So your axis number will be a whole number between 1 and 180. For example, if your axis number is 180, which is mine, then your astigmatism is corrected by placing the cylinder horizontally to your lens. Many people's prescriptions fall in between the right angles, but most commonly near 180 or 90 degrees. All right. Yeah, so what do you call? I got some really bad astigmatism. But luckily, I get to pay a lot of money for good contact lenses because I get really good contact lenses. Luckily, I can afford them. But custom made for the eyes, and they last for like 3-4 months at a time. So, let's not break them. Got to clean them every day, though. That's the only thing about contacts. And hey, Jonathan, hopefully it's not too dreadful. What do you think about the future of render token? Let me check it out. So, long term, before I start going into more data stuff, I do think it'll be fine. It has had a very nice run up. Okay, before I start looking down here, I think we go over the last month or so, 3 months. Yeah, we have seen a very nice run up. I don't know when that run up's going to end, but we are close to that support level where it could be dropping down in the next like week or two. But I was looking at it. I traded it a little bit last week. But yeah, let me go over here very fast. Let me see what they actually do because I haven't done too much on this work. Distributed GPU rendering on the blockchain. Oh. The Render Network is a leading provider of decentralized GPU-based rendering solutions, revolutionize the digital creative process, democratize the GPU cloud rendering. So idle GPUs to process the renders. Okay, that's interesting. So I wonder how many people are going to let their GPUs be used for such stuff, and they'll probably put a cap on how much GPU usage can be done. So if I was working for these guys and I didn't want my GPU to be always getting slammed out, I'd probably have some type of time limit and usage limit for how much rendering it could do with them, because otherwise, that is damaging my GPU over time. But jobs, I need to some jobs, yeah. Octane render. Okay, as far as this goes, it seems like a pretty solid project. Again, I would have to look at the white paper for more information, but let's go over here very fast. There you go. That was all the good action last week. At this point, just watch out for that. That's what I was referring to just a few minutes ago. If this starts falling back down, I would assume you're going to have a good opportunity to buy some up below, probably around below $2 or so, maybe $1.70 or something like that. But, you know, this thing has been pretty spot on, right? Let's go back over here very fast. Is that the one? Yeah, that one right there. It was pretty spot on over here, over here, over here as well. Not as much over here, but overall it worked out okay. At this point, though, if you do want to see a pretty solid move, I would probably try to buy in this zone down here if it gets below 170 or so, and then try to rally it back up. Long term, from a market cap perspective, I think it'll do very, very well. You can see how crisp this double top was right there. Zoom out a little bit more. It was at $8.67 way back over here in 2021. I think it can go a lot higher, mostly because it has a utility. A lot of tokens that we're talking about today didn't really have a utility. This one does, but unfortunately, it's one of those things we have to kind of hold and grind on. I think it can easily get back up to those all-time highs only because it does something that's actually useful. Now, they have to get customers and do stuff like that, but as they grow, I'm sure they'll do much better. And they're already on a bunch of exchanges as far as I know, so like I think they're on Bitcoin as well, so that's good. Let's see if Bitcoin can have another big boom here. And hey, Waldo, I appreciate it. It definitely has been a long journey, that's for sure. And hey, Monica, where do you see the bottom for VTS stock before it turns around? Vitesse Energy Inc. So it looks like it's a newer stock since it IPO'd earlier this year. Energy, minerals, integrated oil. So there's a little bit of exposure to oil on this one. Oil definitely has been getting hit hard, which is why it's down a little bit today. You might see oil rebound maybe a little bit tomorrow here, hopefully, if the banking fears kind of slow down. And we've just had this breakdown right there. Yeah, okay. A little bit of a double top feeling here too. Okay. Oh, that top was right over here, wasn't it? Never reached it again. Bounced. Okay. Looks like the short term, you're probably looking at, you're looking at around 1664 or so. The last few times we've kind of gone just a little bit below the Fibonacci levels before we ended up moving back up. So you might even see it coming back down to 1650 or so. And you can see it kind of happening around here when we did manage to bounce back off. But if oil continues to break down and it goes down below like 78 or something like that, you'd want to be careful because you might be getting pushed back down all the way to $15 or $15.40, probably most likely $15.40. So just be a little bit more careful with it. As far as maybe finding some levels on the other side here. Yeah, you might be able to see a bounce right here off of 15. You can see right there a bounce right there, part of the day, bounce right there, no bounce right there after a pretty hard crash day, probably because oil was coming back down. But I would say short term, let's put this back up here so you can kind of see that zone we're going to be talking about. There you go. Right around here, maybe even a little bit lower. It's anywhere between 1690 and I would say 1650. That'd be a good opportunity in having a stop loss maybe around 1640, so you're like 9 cents a share. Maybe you can go down to 1625 or so. That's not really risking too much. And then you got to wait and hold on to see if it rebounds there. On the other side, though, just keep a close eye to what oil is doing, because oil is weekly chart. Oil's gone back down to that support level. Hopefully it finds a way to bounce off of it. But, you know, people are getting more and more concerned about the economy. Therefore, oil is getting going down more and more and more, especially after they already cut production. OPEC did. All it took was a fear of a recession coming along, and all of a sudden, boom, oil prices just collapsed like that. I mean, within 1 week. Go to the daily chart, 2 days, boom. 3 days, really boom. So hopefully the rebound that we can see, hopefully the oil prices rebound tomorrow. Maybe that can help it rebound a little bit. But I'm hoping for timing effect, the price comes down, then oil rebounds. That way you can make the most of it at this point. I don't know how much of the exposure was to minerals, but if they do have a certain type of mineral, I would check out the prices for that, whether it's a plutonium, a gravel, dirt, whatever that mineral is. It'd be a good idea to kind of find out what's going on there. Oh, and the VIX jumped up quite a bit too today, didn't it? Watch list. Yeah, it popped up to 20. Yeah, VIX is starting to creep up, guys. I wonder how that's going to be doing. Uh-oh, now Bitcoin's giving up some of those gains for a little bit of a breakdown here. There we go. Yeah, no worries, Jonathan. Thank you very much, and I appreciate you. Have a very good night as well. And hey, KJ, DCA or sell Bitcoin? I'm much more of the opportunity of dollar costing average for the long term. Short term, I'm not buying Bitcoin unless we have a solid breakout here. But I'm going to call it a night too, my guys, my people, so to speak. I'm sick and I should not be streaming for this long. I only wanted to stream for like an hour, but it's been like an hour and a half or so, and Loki's over here. You can't see him, but he's being a little brat. Loki, come here. He's whining, so I think he really has to use the bathroom. And he's stretching, so he really has to use the bathroom. I'll see you guys tomorrow after I'm back from my sister's concert. It'll probably be around 9 o'clock or something like that when it comes to streaming. And then we're going to talk about Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, anything that happens tomorrow in the stock market. And then, excuse me, we're going to play Cyberpunk a little bit and just have some fun chilling and talking. I'll grab a couple of drinks. You guys can do the same. And we'll just talk about whatever we want to talk about. We talked about Trump, Biden, Harris, AI, crypto, Bitcoin, whatever you guys want to talk about. We talked about a lot of stuff today. But yeah, relax, everybody. Chill. We'll all be fine here. But just what do you call? If you guys are going for those lower market cap plays, just be very, very careful about them. If you can lose, like you want to make sure if you lose all the money into whatever small market cap crypto you guys buy, you want to make sure that you guys are okay with losing it. Okay. So I'll see you guys a little bit later, and thank you guys so much for watching the stream. Go check out my last video that I just posted about ETFs. Go to YouTube, search ETFs, or which ETFs to buy, or whatever ETFs to buy, and then go for today. Then you'll find my video towards the top. Okay, thank you guys so much, and I appreciate it. If you guys can, please watch the entire video. It helps with the channel.